Jules here from Joolsedesigns at Tatty Creations. Welcome to my channel. So what we're doing is we're making some envelopes out of book pages. Now I've printed on a few of these book pages the book page that I've used here. It's probably about 1970s, so it's quite a thick book page. I've printed out some digitals. I've also got some of Tracy Fox digitals for Creep on June, and yeah, it is meant to be Halloweeny, but do you know, they make lovely vintagey looking envelopes. I've not ink drowned that one yet, but there's one that I did by mistake. There's an envelope. There's one there, but that just tucks in, that's fine. There's little coffee shop, spring, and there's a new one that hasn't come out yet, botanical. That one's printed on that one as well, botanical. There's some plain ones. These are thinner ones, and to make an envelope I do usually stick them down together. So what we'll do is we'll do a botanicals one, and the book page is, I think it's 9.7. 9.7, just over 9.5 by 6. And all I do is, I didn't even measure that one, I just put it up like that, what I thought looked good, because you have to remember you don't fold it over there, you have a little bit over. And then what I did was I just folded this over, and I just used the margin at the bottom of the book page just to gauge it. So that's probably about 1 centimetre. I've folded that in. All I do with that is I just take a glue stick and I just run my glue stick along there. Fold it back up, and let's fold it up 3.3, and yeah, it's 1 centimetre. If you want it in inches, it's just under, between 1/4 of an inch and 1/2 an inch. And then what I did was, with that one, I did a lacy edge. These are just edge punches that I've had for a while. And you just match the pattern up. Oops, don't slip like I did there. And if it goes wrong, it goes wrong. You stick a bit of lace over it. And then I'm going to fold it just round about that line there, or just what I think looks right on that one. Then we'll see. Yeah, it's round about that line. I've done these that often that I can usually gauge it right. I'm just going to get some ink, because I'm going to ink round this one. and I'm using ground espresso. You can see I made a boo-boo there. Not bothered. And just and there we are with that one. I'm going to put some lace on that one as well. I've got some deep lace here, but it's blue and I don't think it's, don't know, it looks, I think it's a little bit too deep. I've got some here. That's probably better. Yep. And I will use Fabri-Tac for this. And I'll just open it up. I've not stuck the sides down. I am aware that I've not stuck the sides down. You get some put a bit too much glue on, so what I'm doing is I'm going over with a baby wipe and then just rubbing it because I don't want to stick the envelope down. I don't want to stick the flap down to the envelope. We can trim it up a little bit better later. Yep, I think that looks quite pretty. So what we'll do is we'll stick, and I'm just using Fabri-Tac on this one as well. The only reason I'm using Fabri-Tac is because it's out. You don't have to. Normally I use that glitter glue and then use my glue spreader, and I'm spreading it out that way. And again, a dry wet wipe, and there we have our envelope. And do I want a piece of lace on the top? Now what do I have lace wise? I want white, I think. On that one I wanted cream, but on this one I want white. We've got that one. We've got a little sparkly one here. I think I'll put that one down there. So again, just and I'll just put that down. Not having that one hanging over the edge, I'm just having it there. And again, you can trim it off a little bit better when it's dry. I think I will have that there. Quite like lots of lace. Plus, when you do a page envelope, some of it's going to be the right way, some of it's not. I've not even bothered. This is upside down, so by putting a little bit of lace on there, I'm just gonna, I'll put a bit too much glue on. It just hides that sentence. The rest of the text just blends in with the envelope, but because that was quite bold, it was quite obvious that it was upside down. Not that I'm that bothered. And there we have that. And then I want a nice little about this one. This is, oh no, it's a bit gary. Got some about that one. It's quite nice. Oh, these are from the faux leather. No. But we've got a little rabbit there. I've got bumblebee there. That's quite nice. I think these are a little bit too big. It's got pink in it. This one's got green in it, so this might be, yeah, I think that's quite nice. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run over that with, I'm looking at my inks. Cracked pistachio. Oh, that's a blue one. I'm just looking to see if I've got a green one already out. I think we'll do the blue one. I'll just put a tiny bit on. And I'm just going over it. Because it's embossed, it looks all right. And that matches okay. You can have any green. What have we got underneath? We've got peacock feathers. I'm just going to have a look at the actual ink pad. I'll try it. I've just put a tiny bit on there. And I'm just putting it on the opposite corners. Don't want too much on. You can colour these with anything. And I'm just turning my ink pad round. That's it. And we've got flower. That'll do. I'm just inking round it in the cracked pistachio as well. And again, I'm using Fabri-Tac because I can. And put that right in the middle of there. Just shove all these out of there. And they're just with touching it up with the green and the peacock feathers has just made it match. They're quite versatile, these faux leather foam tiles. And there we are. Okay, So I've got a tag here that's too big to go in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim it off. I'm going to take the tag end off. And that'll be our little postcard, journal card. I think I'll go around it in... Actually, I'm going to do a bit of both. So we'll do a bit of blue in that corner, bluey green, and then we'll go around and I've got some photographs from the Creep on June. It's the kit's actually called The Curious Case of Craftly Haul, and I'm not over keen on any of them to go on that. I have got some butterflies, but I'm not over keen on any of them. Got some butterflies here. Now what have we got that will go? I can put a big butterfly on this one. They're all pink. I'm not wanting pink. Not pink, not pink. It's a pretty one. That's got pink in it. So it's going to be... we'll have that one. And we'll have that one up there in the daisies there. And I was going to put a big one on, but I want another blue one. Yeah, I'm going to go for another blue one. I'm just going to ink round this one. And we'll put that way. So we've got one going that way and one going this way. And I'm looking for a label. Oops. Life itself is the most wonderful fairy tale, and that is so true. And I'll have that there. I've got a little fruit fly flying about. If it gets stuck to the glue, it gets stuck to the glue. Now, do I want that way? Yeah. Okay, so we've got that way. So that's that one. So we've got, that's two we've got, whoops. Didn't put my glue down straight. Alright, so we'll put them there. So that's another digital one I've done. So I want this one. I'm into greens and blues at the moment. My favourite colours are like rusty colours, and they are greens, kind of the earthy colours. So again, I've just folded that bit over because it's not printed on, so I don't like wasting anything. Right, and then we'll turn this over like that. And again, 1.5 centimeters or just over ½ an inch from that bit that I fold it down, and we'll have another I've had these paper punches for years. Over the years I've thrown quite a lot out because if you don't use them, they seize up. And it's a shame because I've had to throw quite a lot out. So whatever tools you've got, use them. Otherwise they'll seize up and then you'll not be able to use them. So I'm just putting that there, and I'm just matching these you just match the patterns up. And there we are. So again, just put that in the bin, and I'm in my bare feet here in my craft room, and I throw little bits like that on the floor, and then I end up, they stick to my feet, and I end up walking them through the through the house. So the dog comes in and she picks them up on her fur and carries them through. Right, so that's green, and it's this my colours got a little bit of rust and everything on, so this is quite nice and rusty. So I think what we might have is we might have a little bit of ribbon on that. I'm not sure. I've got some orange ribbon here. Yeah, so we'll see what lace there is. I've got some of this, but I think that's quite like that actually. And I've got this one as well. This is more like a brocade. No. Got this one. I quite fancy a buckle. I've got one of the buckles, and I quite fancy doing a little buckle, but you don't really see that lace through it, so let me have a look. About this one, that one you would. So if I fold that in, and these are just die cuts that I had cut a wee while ago, and I've used them on some of my tags and journal cards. There were spellbinders. I got them in one of the sets, and then I'm putting this through here. There we are. Now what I need to do is manipulate the lace so that it opens right. So that's that. And that's, so we just pull the two edges. Yep. Yep. So I'm just going to cut that there. And just manipulating it a bit so that it opens and it looks good. So I want that. You could have it off to the side, but I think if I was going to have it off to the side, I think I would want it on that side. So I'm just going to pull that through a little bit more. Just a bit more, I think. That's it. Oh. Yep. So again, so I'm going to do it along here, and I'm just going to do a wide bit. Right, there's someone at my door, just bear with me 2 seconds. Right, sorry about that. We've got somebody painting the fence and he'd just finished. Right, so that's roughly stuck down there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix these sides down. And I was thinking of putting them over. The only thing is, can't have too much bending over because it'll catch on whatever you're putting in the envelope, so you need to, probably better off doing this with double-sided sticky tape. So that's working. And then some glue over the top. Again, take a little bit off, press it on. Sorry if I'm out of camera, put a little bit more over the top. And what I'll probably do with this one is I'll stitch it. Now I quite like that. And I would like something, I've got any flowers, yes. So I'm just going to go over this with a bit of that cracked pistachio. to just give it a tint of green, and then I'm just going around the edges with the one that I used on the ground espresso, just to catch the edges. And again, I'm using Fabri-Tac. I know you can't see the buckle, but I wanted a flower on it. Now what am I going to do at the top? Need another little bit of lace, I think. It's white, and it's white I'm wanting, but it's a bit too... I think that. So I'll just cut that off there. And this is cotton lace. It was gifted to me, but wherever it was, no, I must have bought that myself, because that's €1. But I've got one like that was gifted to me. I was going to put some orange ribbon on this, but I don't think I will. Whoops. And I've not inked around this one. We'll go for Scorched Timber. Oh, that's my husband coming in with the dog. I'll have scratching at the door shortly, because she'll want to come in and say hello to me. There she is. Oh, she's here. Hello. Now she's opened the door, she's away. She'll come back in to see who I'm talking to in a minute. And then I'm just going to roughly go over the edges of the lacy bits on here. Okay, so I'm just going to put that down, and I just want to catch, and I'm just doing it gently just to catch. I mean, the book page is quite thick, so let me have a look at that. Yep. And then we've got one here. So we've got one here that says there are always flowers for those who want to see them. And my love for you blossoms every day. I think we'll have that one. I'm just going to trim it. And then we'll just ink around the edges. And I think I might put it on a little bit of book page. I've got some I think we'll have it down there, so we'll stick that down. Again, I'm just using Fabri-Tac. and just rip that off, and we'll go around the edges with a bit of this. Yep. And again, got a little bit of threads there, but I'm leaving it on. And then we'll stick that down there. And what we're going to stick in here. So we'll use this. I'm going to put the orange ribbon back. I did have a nice clean desk, but it's... And that one goes in a bit, so we'll just rip that out, I think. What's left we'll just ink over. Same with that, we'll just rip that off. And we'll stick that on there. Again, using fabric tack. And I'm going to round the corners off. In fact, I'm not, because that's a gargoyle-y type thing, I'm going to do more of an ornate corner punch. And using ground espresso again. And I'm not being too careful about inking this. Oh, I've just put my blue one in. Silly me. And do we want something on there? Opportunity. Or should we put beautiful? Yes. So at the moment, there is a Creep on June collaboration using the kit, case of, what is it? The Curious Case of Craftly Haul. And it's papers and tags and embellishments and everything. And it's meant for like Halloween type things, but a lot of it you can use, you know, sort of like the old vintage grunge, as well as Halloween. So you can, it is an all year round use. Well, I think it is anyway. So we've got that one. And I think what we'll do is we'll leave that there. So we made two here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim these off. that, and we trimmed them off. Yeah, so we've got that one, and that one I did do, and again it's a garden statue, again from the Curious Case of Craftly haul. We've got that one with the butterfly card in. If you wanted, you could put a pretty little butterfly on here. I've got some paper green ones. And there we are. I think we'll have that one there. And we'll give it a little bit of bling as well. Okay, so we've got some little gemstones here. Just get my pin tool. This is my ball tool pen, but it has a pin tool on it as well. So we'll just put some of these little sparkly gems. Just to finish this off. So I think we'll have 3. And there we are. And that's it. We'll call that a day. Thank you for joining me. I hope you get something out of this, and I hope you'll make some envelopes. So these will go in my botanicals. I think I might put that one in my little coffee shop, and I'm not sure whether that'll go in my spring journal. So I will see you in the next video. Bye.